There we go. That better? I was recording earlier, and I'd record on 2 streams, but you can't stream on 2 streams. You have to stream on 1 stream. So we're back. So hello. How are we all? Hope you're all having a good day. Happy Father's Day to those of you who are fathers or granddads, or you are sons and you've been nice to your dad today. And hope you all had a good day. It is Sunday night. I thought we'd do something a little bit fun. Why not? So we've come back to Ohio and Seneca County for a little bit of fun on here tonight. Now, I don't know, my camera's all over the shop because I was fiddling around with it when I was doing some sim racing stuff. So, I apologise, you have to stick with me, I'm all over the shop tonight. Right, hello everybody. Comrade, how are you? You found this channel and have been binge watching Flint Hill streams for the last year. I got fancy with my intros. I try and do my best, you know. Marcel, Scorpion, Bocky, Mark, Thor, Polycount, Taz, Jim Morrison. Not Jim Morrison. Jeez, fame and fortune. Kyson Buckley, Scorp, Drummerlin. Who else is in here? Friend, Brother, Long, Hill, The Punisher, Fat Rat, Wayland. Nice to see you all. How are you? Thank you for the new subs, guys. Much appreciated. So, what are we going to do tonight? Matthew Strode, how are you? Dean, how's things? So, for first things first, did anybody spot in the title, in the thumbnail? We had a little bit of an update from the Forward Ag boys. Today, look at this. Tracks. We've got tracks. Oh, and they even put my logo on. Isn't that nice of them? But we've got tracks on this now. It looks really, really sweet. So we're going to give that a run out tonight. And we're also going to do something we've never done before. And I've been having to play around with a few mods over the week to get this sorted. This is why there wasn't an episode earlier in the week. 3D tracks, Taz, exactly. Oh, actually, you guys will be very interested in. So the Forward Ag guys are going to release these tracks to the modding community so they can use them on other equipment. How good is that? So Taz, you might, I'll maybe put you guys in touch. So Tim, how's it going? Nice to see you. Happy belated Father's Day. Thank you, mate. That's very nice of you. Okay, so here's the deal. What we've got to do tonight. So the pH value in these fields is bad still, as you can see from that. So we need to get some lime onto these fields. And also, we haven't done anything with the ammonia on these fields either. So, as you can see, there's the pH value, not good. And there's the nitrogen value, as you can see again, not good. And the same up here, not good. So, we need to get some ammonia in here tonight, and I want to throw some lime on these fields as well. So, with that in mind, we better get jumped in. It's not going to be a super long stream tonight. Probably a couple of hours, because it is Sunday night. I may go on a little bit if I'm having fun. And I do have a day off work tomorrow, but I also want to be fresh in the morning, because I've got a few vids to knock out over the next few days. So, am I trying to get checks on the JD? Maybe, Polycount, maybe. We're going to jump in this first, I think. And the only reason I'm jumping in this is because I want to use this as a seed tender. It's got some funny camera angles on it. That's the one I wanted. I want to fill this up with seed because it's easier to load this in the field than it is to try and get that huge hulking 4-piece equipment over there into under one of these. So I'm going to fill this up here, and then we will fill it in the field, because we are going to plant tonight 2 things I've never planted before. We are going to plant tobacco, and we're going to plant peanuts. So that's going to be fun. Eric, who's it? Dream setup. It certainly is, mate. It's brilliant. I actually think it's maybe, I'll be honest, these fields, and it's maybe a little bit small for these fields, but hey, what the hell? Let's do it anyway. The other thing we're going to do, and I'm going to set him to run now in our updated Titan, Mr. Mark Thor. Take a bow yet again, my friend. So we have this Titan now, which had a terrible animation for the lime, and even worse brakes. Well, we are going to stick this in the fields, get them limed, whilst we follow behind with the seeder and get some of these things. So what I'm going to do is probably split the fields. I'm going to run peanuts in these 3 fields up here, and I am going to run 4 fields of tobacco here. Over here, I'm not sure what we'll do here with these yet. I'll make a decision. Now, let me just check my seasons menu. I can't plant any of that yet, so we might have to just jump. Do you know what I'm going to do? Because there's quite a big planting window. I'm going to just jump forward a day and make sure that we can... typically it's chucking it down all day tomorrow. That's typical, isn't it? We might just skip forward so that we can accommodate that. Matthew Strode, is tobacco a mod or is it included with the map? It is included with this map. So this map comes with, just for clarity for you guys, why I quite like Seneca County. As well as all your base game crops here, you get alfalfa, sorghum, clover, sundan grass, which I have never heard of, dry corn, so you can dry your corn in a dryer, which is why we've got the dryer facility there, and obviously you get a lot more for your money, he says now as he goes back. They're much of a muchness at the moment, but it does up and down quite a lot. Then tobacco, black beans, peanuts, and rice. So, just watch how you say peanuts, for the same reason as saying the K brand. Yes, it's a very good point, Mark. That did actually go through my head as I was saying it. So, yeah. We'll maybe refer to them as just nuts, shall we? So in the meantime, we'll fill this guy up. And actually I am just going to jump forward. In fact, I'm going to have to jump forward to 2 days, because it's going to chuck it down all day tomorrow. So bear with me, and then we can get straight into planting. I should have done this before we started. Typical FSG organisation. So let me have a catch up with the chat while we're doing this, as long as I don't run over 2,000 at midnight. What's my favourite FS19 map? Headshot hands. It's a good question, and I would probably say... Oh, it's so difficult. 4 times maps, probably still Flint Hills. That's the one that brought me a lot of enjoyment for quite a long time. Nick Parker. What is the tank on the back? Let me come back to that in a second when we've got a bit of light again. I might have to jump through this entire day. Let's hope the rain stops at a sensible time. When is it going to stop? Are you going to stop rain? Are you going to be nice? No, you're going to rain all day, aren't you? Zero help to me, and I'm trying to play this... I've got everything switched on, so I've got to kind of max difficulty this. So it's going to bucket down the entire day. Farmer Klein's posting iRacing vids. I did see that. Yes, Mark, I did. I did have a chuckle about that. I tell you what, though, it's a bit addictive. I'm not going to lie to you. There we go. We're into autumn already. Let's just have a sink there. I've just skipped over... Hey, Jaredson and Forward Agger, and I'm about to just go back and big you guys up again, so your timing's perfect. Your timing is perfect. Hang on a second. So somebody said here... Is it Nick Parker? What tank is that on the back? I'm about to show you, Nick. So if you've been asleep under a rock for the last wee while and you haven't been in any of my streams, or Argsy's streams for that matter, Forward Ag are, I have to say, one of the most impressive modders I have seen in a very long time. There's 3 of them. Now let me get this right. There is Jared, Joshua, and Dan are the 3 guys. And they are I mean, the quality of the mods they're coming up with at the moment is absolutely phenomenal. Attention to detail. I mean, things like I can't actually just do it here, but if you turn this on, the little dials move and the valves open and shut. It's really, really nice. And these new tracks at the back, I just literally got this last night. There you go. There's the boys' names there. Dan, Jared, and Joshua, and they do some brilliant stuff, and they deserve to be given a wee follow on their YouTube page, definitely, and give them a little bit of support because they're doing some brilliant stuff. And their next mod, this is a prototype at the moment, so this isn't available for everyone, but they are working on a couple of new mods which are coming out very soon. So definitely keep an eye on them. Definitely keep an eye on their channels, Facebook and YouTube, and you will find out what's happening. So, FWD. There you go. Finlay, Weil, and Duncan. Very clever. Very clever, boys. Very clever. No worries, Nick. Glad I can help. Yeah, you can pop your channel up forward because you have mod status now. Right. So let's jump into these fields. Now it looks like we can. Let's just check this. Yes, we can plant now. So we can plant our tobacco. We did have a day we missed there because it rained. But we can plant our tobacco and our peanuts. Our nuts. Let me just clarify that. I actually, just to show you as well, I've got some modded stuff in here that I got. So there's a Holmer multi-fruit harvester here, which will take peanuts now and tobacco, which is great. And the relevant headers that go with that as well. So I've got all of these headers. I've got big wide ones, which I'm not going to use because they're a bit unrealistic. But lots of stuff here. So somewhere in here, tobacco. There we go. And nuts, wherever they are. Anyway. They're in here. And the other thing I have got as well is a modded cotton harvester, which will take tobacco too. So, exciting stuff. No worries, Jared. No worries, Forward Ag. Guys, you are legends all. Even in Fusion, how's it going? Nice to see you. Jack's Mods, nice to see you too, Jack. Right, let's jump in a field. I am going to run this on Courseplay because we will follow behind with the planter. The seeder, should I say. Right. Let's get started and get on with things. See what we can do in our corners. So we'll just fire this up now. We are going to do subseeding work. We are in field 87. We're going to do two headland passes. And we're going to do turn corners up and down. Let's see what we get. 18-metre working width. Try that again. It's going to be a 3-metre working width because I hadn't unfolded my implement, but that looks pretty good. Get them lined up. Where can you find good headers? What for, Punisher? Iconics pack if you want corn headers, or the Midwest Juris 60-footer, or the 645 John Deere that you can find in the mod hub. All depends what you need, mate. First waypoint. Unfold. Sorry, FarmSim guy, but I can't watch your videos because every time I go to watch a video, the screen goes blurry. That sounds like your internet connection is playing the lowest res possible one, mate. So how to? There we go. We are good. We are off. Right, let's get rid of the start and the end points. That's a bit rubbish. Right, he is running now. I would love another one of these tenders for lime because he's going to get through that pretty quick, isn't he? let's let him run for a bit, shall we? And then keep an eye on it. But already you can see in the bottom corner there the difference in the colour. It's gone green, so that is good. The Midwest headers, yep, if you just Google Midwest Durus header FS19, you will find them. Super simple. Realise the diesel on West Texas is $18 per gallon. I think realistic prices are 1.5 to 2. Yeah, that's a fair point. I think the prices on West Texas full stop are a challenge, aren't they? Alex, hello. I love your content. Thank you very much, sir. That's very, very kind of you to say. Ironut, hello. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Lalo Hernandez, hola. How are you, sir? Nice to see you. Johan as well. Nice to see you too. Right. We'll let him... Oh, he's off. He's off on one now. He's just getting organised. This steering wheel's quite interesting on this one. But Mark Thor's done a fantastic... Look, he's really sorted out the animation of the spray of the line there, which is brilliant. And the brakes on this are outstanding now. Yeah, Johan, you spotted it. Look, we've got dust and everything. Mark Thor, again, has come up with the goods. The guy is non-stop. Non-stop indeed. Right. I'm happy to let that run for a little bit. Kim, have I never planted tobacco before? Never in my life, Kim. I've never had a map with it on, so thought I would do something just a little bit different for fun. So what we want to do now... He does need... he kind of needs to do two headers. Headlands. I need to leave him for a bit, actually. But what we can do is we can fill up... We can fill up the seeder. And we've got the 9R with the dual LSWs on here, which is a little hook everything up, which is a little XML mod that we did, which you can find on my Discord if you're interested in that. It's like needs a little bit of help to get pulled along, doesn't it? It's so so heavy, this thing. This is the 640 horsepower one as well. Marcel, this is Seneca County, my friend. And Taylor, welcome from Brazil, my friend. Brazil loves you. Wow. I love Brazil too. Wonderful country. Wonderful country. Case 885. Do you know any maps to do a survival challenge on like No Man's Land? Check out New Lands, Case. Very like No Man's Land, but very nice. Very nice map. It does kind of the same thing, to be honest. Okay, let us open our spout. Is it going to open? Or am I pressing the wrong button? I'm pressing the wrong button, that's why. There we go. Let's open that up there. And we will... isn't it the 570? Pretty sure. It's the 9570. 9R. I said it was the 9R. Poland loves you. I'm ugly. Oh, don't say that, Rocky. Don't say that. Right, so let's run this round now and top it up. Let's get the seed topped up. I've not used this Peterbilt before. It's got an interesting field of view on it. Everything's at feels like about 30 on the FOV. It looks nice. It's a little bit more difficult to drive. Azil, what map is this? This is Seneca County, my friend. Did I not put it in the title? Have I missed putting it in the title? That wasn't very clever, was it? Right, let's reverse up to here. Let's bit of trial and error. Oh no, not even any trial and error. Literally just roll over the point that I need. Let's fill that up. Evening Trey, how's it going? Could I go for any bigger tyres? I could have put triples on. Case. Poland is very badass. Glad to hear it, Tay. I agree. And Jaxman, good evening from Sweden. Hi, nice to see you, my friend. Nice to see you. Now then, let's pop him over here. I should have... Do you know what, in hindsight? I should have turned that into a lime... a lime filler, because we're going to run out of lime a long time before we're going to run out of seed in this thing. Right, let me fold that away. We don't need that anymore. There it goes. Animations on this thing are brilliant. Brilliant. Now I will say this is a modded version of the C850 in the 1970 aircut, and I'll show you why in a minute. Well, you can see a little bit there. The guys at Forward Ag have customised this so it works with their anhydrous tank, but you've got both sets of pipes running there, which is rather nice. And even the pipe running from the back here all connects up really. I mean, attention to detail from those boys is off the charts. Off the charts. Right, I am going to somewhere in here. I'm sure I've got... Yes, I've got the Seed Express. Jarl Reed from Newcastle. Thank you, drummer, my man. Much appreciated, buddy. Thank you very much indeed. Now, I'm not going to colour code it. I'm not that silly, but I'm not going to remember that. So we will grab that. I don't need another truck, because I do have a truck up here. Go overkill on trucks. We can just leave the low loader there for a sec. Let's drop that. Good evening, Rob. This one also from Sweden. Good to see the Swedes in en masse tonight. Nice to see it. So this one we are going to put lime in so we can see. Look, Titan's already empty. I knew that would happen, so we will go and get this filled up, and the Titan can get filled up again. I might have to drive it on the field though. 170 people watching, that is awesome. Thank you very much, everyone. If I can ask you one little favour, if you don't mind hitting the like button, it's very much appreciated. It just helps with the old YouTube algorithm, and lets me be discovered by more people. So so I would appreciate that if you can hit that. Drummerland, again, thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. Much appreciated. And Jaxman, welcome to the club. If you want to play on the FSG multiplayer server, you can jump onto the Discord, and we'll get you sorted out there. Right, there he is, just over there. I am going to have to drive this truck off-road, which I know isn't particularly realistic, so don't give me a hard time for that. Thank you very much for the likes, guys. It is appreciated. Very much. Linus, another Swede. Oh, crikey, you boys are out en masse. Must be a holiday there or something, is it not? Right, so we'll just run this over here. I could set this up automatically. It would need a bit of tinkering. And I'll be honest, at the moment, we want to just get some planting started. Right, let's see if we can move this. That's what I wanted to do. Move it over there. I'm far too far forward. FarmSim Jim is in the house. How are you, sir? Nice to see you. There we go. Now what I do need to do is jump in here. Stop the driver for a second, open this. Trying to find the fill point trigger. There we go. Can be a bit temperamental, this actually. There is a very tiny point in it. And sometimes it works, and sometimes you have to... Missed it again. There we go. I think that's it. Yeah. Perfect. Lancy just announced his next map for FS22. I saw that. That's very exciting. Grey Devil, I very much doubt that ForwardAg is going to release the modded version. I'll let them answer if they're still here, but I think because it's custom moddings, I think there's a reluctance to, but they are. I do know for a fact that they are in the process of building their own seed and aircar and seeder, so they're definitely working on something. Damn, I actually think it's the might be the Titan. Rather than the trailer, but I could be wrong. It's it has been known for FSG to have been wrong. Hard to believe, I know. Let's see if I can run this down the edge of the field. One of the things with this map is hard to find the field entrances sometimes. There you go, direct from the boys themselves. Gerard saying they're going to make their own. So look out for that, guys. Like I said, you'll get lots of good updates if you follow their YouTube channel or their Facebook page. Very consistent with their updates, so worth checking out. Right, there we go. Let's leave that there. Sorry, I'm struggling to keep up with the chat tonight. It's going very, very fast. Right, let's go back to the farm. I always end up dumping me back in this Challenger. Right, I think have we got enough now to start going up and down this field, or will we give him a little bit longer? Already 9:30. Island Ball, nice to see you. How's my day? My day's been very nice, thank you very much. The disliker has made their but it's fine though. We know we've talked about this before. I love to think that the disliker is the same person that doesn't like my stuff but comes every week to watch my content just to get annoyed at it, yet not really realising that they're helping the channel grow. There you go, ForwardAg posting links to their stuff there, and there's more to come for sure. Tobias Metcalf's getting his PC this week. So excited, as you should rightly be, sir. That sounds brilliant. And Atish, nice to see you from India. Fantastic. We're properly cosmopolitan tonight. Everybody's in. Great to see it. Got to love living rent-free in somebody's head. Yeah, right, Jim? Right. So what I'm excited about these is that the amount of movement in these, the suspension in these is brilliant. I do think I've probably got the wrong tractor on, but we'll give it a go. We will give it a go. Let's get lined up. We will use a bit of GPS with this. Here comes the case. I'll let him get past first. I think that's him finishing his second headland. And he's going to start doing his up and downs, I think. Or did I send him on a wild? I sent him on a wild course where he's going to. I have no idea what he's doing. Not a clue. He seems happy though. We'll head the other way then. We'll go anti-clockwise. Or counterclockwise. Right, let's unfold this. Because I do want you to see some of the piping that the guys have done on this. Owen Withers, what map is this? Seriously, did I not put the name in the title? That's on me if I didn't. It is Seneca County, Owen. It is Seneca County. Right. Let's just give you a little bit of an eyeball of this and the work these guys have done. So, every, I think, black cable, every black pipe you see are the ones that the guys have added. So you've basically got nitrogen injectors alongside the seed pipes. So you are applying liquid nitrogen at the same time as you are planting seed, which I think is very, very cool. Now look at our pH value now, perfect. So our yield off this field is going to be brilliant. As you can see, pH value there is bad because we've not limed it yet. But then when we jump in the tractor, we've got red already for our anhydrous or ammonia there. So as soon as we get some nitrogen in the ground, that is going to go to green as well. So we'll get that started. I'm going to run around the edges manually, and then we will pop on. Then we will pop on some GPS for the up and down rows. Island Ball, you, my favourite YouTuber. Well, thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. I have Seneca County under the title. It's in the description, just not in the title. FSG. Right. Sorry, guys. That's my bad. I try and always put my map title in the vid. But I've clearly forgotten tonight. Okay. Let's fire everything up. And let's do a lap of the field, shall we? And do not run out of stuff very quickly, because the tanks are so big. Let's drop it down. There we go. See how we get on here. We is planting tobacco. Let's go. Let's try and get this edge without missing too much of the field. This is the challenge with such big equipment. You've got to make sure you hit all the edges. Hey Morella, how you doing? Nice to see you. Lionel, great to have you here, my friend. Welcome. Right, I know I'm running over the grass here, but we're just trying to capture as much of the field. And let's be honest, anybody that's ever tried to reverse one of these knows the pain. So we're going to have to pretty much drive it the whole time. Thank you everyone, 210 watching, great, and Sunday night is the night, right? Take care Island, nice to see you. Look at us, we are at full chat here, and we are struggling. I might go and switch over to the 9RX. What do we think? Or do we give this old girl a little bit more time? But as you can see in the bottom corner, our nitrogen is going... Our field is going green. Lovely to see. Happy with that. FarmSim Gamers in the house as well. That setup calls for a big bud. Robert wants to see the big buds. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Is there anything nicer than a tractor with lime on the wheels? Beautiful. So there we go, and let's see if we can see the tracks. It's so far back you can't see anything. Yeah, we're just sneaking the tracks in there. But look at those. Look at the work the boys have done on them. Fantastic. Fantastic. There we go. Atish, sir, can you please make a video on different tractors with different sizes and mods? Atish, do you mean like large tractors and small tractors? Yes, I can absolutely certainly look at something like that if that's something you'd like to see. I'd be more than happy to. More than happy to. Isaac, nice to see you. Does anyone know a way to automate bale collection? You need to go and search for Mighty Mike Farms, Isaac. He has done a brilliant tutorial on how Coursplay's new bale collection works. It's fantastic. A really good vid, so definitely worth checking out. Definitely worth checking out. Everyone wants the big bud, don't they? Is that right, FarmSim Jim? Mercer County hit with a big tornado. That's right, yeah, watch Mighty Mike's West Texas series as well. Definitely a good one. Cost of lime really puts you off precision farming. Lime full stop. Variable spray rate on lime made it interesting again, because you could control how much you did, but now, yeah, now it's gone back up again a bit, hasn't it? There we go. Right. I am going to go and get this filled up. Well, it's terrible when the tornadoes hit, how much damage they do. I remember watching Millennial Farmer last year when he went on his tour to look at the damage. Shocking stuff, really was. I'll have a look, FarmSim Jim. We'll have a look. Lionel, is there a mod that changes the tractor's horsepower? You can edit the XML if you want to add extra horsepower to your tractor. There we go. For some reason this time it's happy to fill up straight away. Who knows? Andre is downloading Susquehanna again. Jesse, it would be funny if your subscriber pop-up was the tractors from the movie Cars when they got scared and tipped over. That's quite a nice idea, actually. I quite like that. I quite like that. I am going to switch this tractor, actually. I can't be running out of horsepower running up a hill. Much as I love the 9R. Nobody got time for that. Although I am going to have a bit of a clash with this in a minute if I'm not careful. Well, let's run up here. Chip tuning, there you go. I've said it before and I'll say it again. There's always people with better knowledge than me in this. Always. Well, this is running nicely on the headlands, but those tiny little hills are it's struggling a bit with them. And a video on latest maps with multi-fruit and other options. Yeah. Well, I would recommend Tish checking out Seneca County that we're on now. This is great multi-fruit map. Lots of good options on this. Oh, we're gonna plant tobacco on the road at this rate, just as we're getting around the corner there. Don't panic, people. Don't panic. There's lots of contours on these fields actually, which make them great. Really realistic. Yeah, Scroft. Scroft has done some really good multi-fruit maps actually. I always think it's amazing how the communities pull together after a big tornado or something like that. You know, it's kind of special watching kind of humankind actually being nice to each other for once. So yeah, much as it's tough times, it's always nice to see the people pulling together to help out their neighbours and stuff. It's always quite special to see. Okay, we're going to get our first lap done. Like I said, I do actually think it's maybe slightly too big, but I'm going to join some of these fields together later on. Evening, Argsy. Nice to see you, my friend. Me and Argsy bookending our days. Well, his following morning. As we recorded West Texas this morning, which was another fun episode. Right, let's lift this. I can go up here again, and I will go up here again. We're just going to run this tractor, but I do think I'll swap it maybe for one of the other fields. We'll put the Titan in this one next door. Next, and we'll follow him in. And oh, I'm going to have to do a bit of an overlap here, I think. Do you know what? That's silly. Let's wait for that. Let's wait for him to finish the field there. Tucker, where is that 9R mod? This 9R mod is from custom modding. Okay, this is really slow. I am going to swap this. I don't know how much horsepower I actually need for this, but this isn't clearly got enough. Durmax, this is Seneca County. I apologise to everybody. I did not put it in the title for the vid, which is a pretty schoolboy error, I know. So apologies for that. Right, let's turn that down. Let's unhitch. Let's get rid of this. We'll save this for another. We'll save this for another job, another day. Let's pop it in the shed for now. I have no idea why that is parked over there. We'll come back for him in a bit. And we will go and get one of... In fact, they're in that shed, aren't they? All over the shop. Lionel, what is my PC specs? I am running a... Oh, there it is, reversed in here. I am running... What do you think? I think we probably need to go for the thicker tracks. Let's reverse this one back around here. I am running a Ryzen 7 3700. I am running an RTX 2080 card, and I'm running 32 gig of Corsair RAM. Alex Simoneau, thank you very much, my friend. 520. I think I was running about 620. I think I'd maxed the spec on the engine, so let's try it again. Let's try it again with this bad boy. Do I think of upgrading soon? Not a chance, Lionel. Certainly not for FarmSim, because actually I think FarmSim 22 is going to be better optimised for existing graphics card. Plus the fact you can't get a graphics card for love nor money at the moment. So, although the RTX 3080 Ti's may change that, which is a positive change, I suppose. Turner G, is this drill available? It is. It's from Custom Modding. Go check it out on their Facebook page. They have a link to all their downloads there. You can pick them up at numerous sites, The Punisher. There's numerous sites that have them. Make sure you get the one with the trailer. It's on Yes Mods, it's on Mod Network, it's on fs19.net. Certainly don't need another. I don't think I need another processor at the moment, Lionel. I've actually got. I've been impressed actually this week, doing a little bit of iRacing for the first time, and it's running iRacing at over 200 frames per second. Super smooth. So whether or not I actually don't think I need to upgrade any of my kit at the moment. Look, there we go. I'm reversing, and all hell is breaking loose. So what we'll do now, I think, is try and, without concertinaing everything up, get into here, drop this down again. Run another headland, and then we should be able to turn. We should be able to turn better. There we go. Hunter Farms, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. What about my monitor? Which monitor's that, Rob? I've got, I run two AOC HD monitors, so just 1080p. But they're 144Hz, which again is overkill for FS. But for some of the other games I play, it's nice to have that at your disposal. And I just bought a 21, not a 21 and a half, 34 inch 34-inch super wide monitor for playing iRacing on, which is gorgeous. I am actually going to do a setup tour. Lots of people have asked for a setup tour recently, so Paulie Campbell, your graphics in iRacing were something. Driving lines are a different story. Give me a chance, man. Jeez, I literally turned the game on for the first time. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Turn in early. That's all I've been told. I'll get there. I will get there. Right, let's set up some GPS now, shall we? So let's turn on the GPS. We don't need that on. Let's set our A point. Let's drop the cedar down. And then we can actually read the chat a bit more. Even this is struggling on the hills. So much. Maybe it will get better when the weight's dropped. And the Titan has finished actually. So as soon as I've done this, I'm going to move him into the next field. I'm going to move the truck down as well. Yes, that's right, Rob. That monitor is great. I will do a setup tour. A lot of people have asked about that recently, so I will definitely do that. There we go. There's our B point. That width looks all kind of wrong, doesn't it? So let's set that to 76 foot. That looks good. Right, we'll just leave that for a second because we want to keep things moving. I will go and get the truck from over here. Sprint over here. What if FS22 is ray tracing capable? I'm not sure it's going to be ray tracing capable, but they have got masses of graphics improvements coming for it, which really will change how much better it is. Yeah, they're going to use it. Looks like they've got some. So DLSS, I think, will be. DLSS, I think, will be used in FS22, and certainly the AMD equivalent as well. So we'll see. Crikey, we've emptied this lime thing already. Might be quicker to just run the Titan down to the farm to fill it up. But we'll fill this up as well. How many horses, Mark, in that 9RX? Loads, I think. 600 plus, I think. Right, let's run this under here. It will be handy to have one top up in the field, even if it's not much. I think it's about 50 tons in that Titan. Farming in Oklahoma looks awesome. Got loads of potential. I mean, if you've seen American Life Farming, you know that what it's going to be for FS22 is going to be stunning. With all the new graphic capabilities available, it's going to be brilliant. We are going to be like kids in a sweet shop when the mods start coming out for FS22. I'm just driving around with the auger pipe out, you know, just hoping I won't batter it off something. Now the Titan's so close to the farm, what we're going to do is just load it up at the farm, and then we will we'll leave this here so we can get a top up when he needs it. So there we go. We'll go and grab the Titan now. Compared to the Fendt, might have a better top speed. Yeah, we'll have a look. I'll have a look in a minute. Right, let's stop him. Don't need him anymore. Although that wasn't too onerous on lime, really, was it? Mark Thor, the fixes to this are genius, by the way, mate. Watch this. Oh, stops when you want it to. What more could you ask for? Lucas, nice to see you from Poland. How are you? Just drive over my freshly seeded dirt field. That's very bad form. Pop him over here. Well, both those fields across the way need liming as well. We'll do some proper, like, normal crops as well. I might put corn in those two fields there or something similar to that. No, Courseplay says not to do it, not to start your field in a corner, so we won't do that. Comrade, I think it's a pretty game as is. I agree, there's sometimes when you get a really lovely views and lighting and everything's good in the game and you get some fantastic screenshots. And I tell you, when I was doing that Renaboom map tour, tell you the amount of times I kind of just stopped and had a little, oh, look at that, that's impressive. Just really, really impressive stuff from that map. If you've not seen that video, I'd strongly recommend you check it out because it's amazing. Ola Holdor's done an absolutely wonderful job on it. 80 meters, everything looks good there. That looks perfect. First waypoint, off you pop. I don't know where you're going. Just have to do a little reverse. Right, he's on it. I might as well sit with him until I get to the top of the hill. What's up, T-Man? I thought you might drop by tonight. If you saw that I was planting peanuts in the that's peanuts in the in the title. Wait, you're not supposed to start cosplaying the cut. It helps if you don't, comrade. It helps if you don't. I don't know why the reason for that is. Somebody told me that, and I listened to them. So there you go. I just got hit on the head by a boom. Right, let's get this beast running. Right, I can just point and shoot now and chat to you guys. That's the update, Args. That's Mark Thor's brilliant update. Actually looks like lime now. Raja, is it just PC? Oh yes, Seneca. It is, I'm afraid. Sorry. Well, it's great to see so many of you in here. 231, I think, is absolutely a new record for a live stream. So that is awesome. Thank you all so much for dropping in and spending your Sunday with me. Can't thank you enough. Let's just get to the end of this row. Let's lift. I'm going to skip a row because we can do that now. We're in GPS mode. And it avoids us getting too tight to turns. Black Rain. Do I have my version of the map anywhere that's got anhydrous and everything installed, Black Rain? I don't yet know. I haven't done anything with it yet. But that's not to say that I maybe won't do a release of this, a private release of this, maybe on my Discord if anybody wants it. My pool's chasing me. Where did you download that Titan? You can pick up that Titan on fs19.net. But I would say the one I've got has been slightly tweaked by Mark Thor in our community, who is our very helpful and non-stop consistent modder who just fixes everything that gets that comes out. But yeah, it's a nice model. It's got a few little glitches with it, like the brakes don't work and the animation for the lime wasn't very good. But Mark's fixed both of those, so so there we go. Oh, come on, up the hill, 3 miles an hour. I'm kind of hoping that I've got the biggest, most powerful. Do you know what I'll do? I'll get to the top of the hill this time. I might run the service truck over and just check I've got the most horsepower I need in here. I think we might need to chip it. Come on, over the brow. It's a little bit of a worry, isn't it, when a 9RX can't pull it up the hill. It's not exactly a... Is that a big hill? Not really, is it? Mark Thor fixes everything. Just going to change his name to Mod Thor. Right. See, there's that little hinge on it when it stops a row. I'm going to jump in the service truck actually and just run the old GMC up there and make sure that let's just run up and check that I've got it at the biggest horsepower we can run in the tractor. And if it is at the maximum horsepower, I might do what Mark Thor's suggesting and hook the fendt up and see what that can do. We'll drop the trips on it and take it for a spin. It does have a little bit of extra horsepower, doesn't it? Well, that's a fair point, actually, Dave. David Shanks does make a very fair point. I mean, I don't even know what the tonnage is. In fact, if I jump in, it should tell me. 103.1 tons in total. Yeah, that's going to make anything work hard, isn't it? Right, what have we got here? Engine setup. 628. Well, let's do... I think we had that already. I think we had 628 in it already. So we'll run it. We'll run it one more time and we'll see. Still got to climb this little bit of hill at the start here. And if it doesn't, we'll maybe switch over to the fendt, which has got some decent power in it. Of course it finished at the top of the hill, didn't it? As far away from everywhere as it could. That's fine though, it's probably easier to drive this down the hill than it is to bring the truck up. So we'll just run this down the middle of the field. Look at all the people that like the service truck. I don't know where I got it actually. I'll go back to it in a minute and we'll jump into it and at least you can get the name of it. And hindrance rig. Yes, just so massive. That is the Freightliner service truck as well. Oh no, this one isn't. This. Let me hang on, T-Man. Let me just top this up and get him running again, and I will go and. So Args and I had this thing the other day actually. When you. That is not loading, but if I jump into the truck randomly, don't do anything. Sometimes. Oh, it was going then. There it is. Very odd. Should get a resupply because I am not doing that on a live stream, Args. It's like a death wish. I'm trying to set that up. It is on Mod Network, correct, Jim? FarmSim Jim is right. Mark Thor, god of modding. Can be hard. It's kind of hard to find decent anhydrous gear that's not map specific. Ben, have you ever gone and checked out the... Well, Forward Ag are going to make that. They're going to change that for sure in the next wee while with some of the mods they're coming out with. But equally, I think the best kit I've ever found that wasn't is the there's a pack on on JS Mapping's Flint Hills Discord, which personally I think is probably the best one I've found. But I agree, yes, some of the ones on some of the sites I haven't got on with too well. Paul's going for his Father's Day dinner. Good for you, Paul. Enjoy it, mate. Enjoy it. We fired up the pizza oven before and made homemade pizzas, so that was good. So it's GMC. I think it is a, there you go, top kick, and I think it's Expendables. But it's a great bit of kit. Goes anywhere. Really like it. Lots of customization on it as well. Monia, how are you doing? And Jakob, nice to see you, my friend. Right, let's fire this up again. Let's see if we have now got that extra horsepower to help us, or in fact we had that already. And where's my course gone? I've lost my course. Well, that's a bit annoying. Right, I'm gonna have to flip it around now and try and line it up again. Why did that go? Should have saved it. Oh well. I need to set my A-line. I need to also drop my implement. That would be helpful as well, wouldn't it? Well, it was dropped. Just dropped it too late, so it didn't pick up that first line of stuff. Right, here we go. No, that is not running any quicker, is it? Right, it's one thing for it. There's only one thing for it. I'm gonna fire up the fendt. Auto width it. We've got a little offset there as well. Do that offset. Turn it on. Let's just get on with it. There you go. My Pools loves the top kick. It is really nice. Well, thank you, Krogmoose. That didn't realise that. So there you go. You lose your course if you change your spec in your vehicle, if you repair your vehicle. Does it need more weight? I don't think it's spinning on the fields. I think it's just literally struggling with the amount of weight in the of equipment that's pulling behind it. Comrade does exactly the same as the Silverado. I love the Silverado too, mate. I use that on Flint Hills. So what I'm going to do now is shut this down. We'll disconnect it. Turn off the course plate, and we will go and get the fendt. See if that's more appropriate. Is it acceptable to pull so much John Deere kit without a John Deere tractor though? I will wash it, don't worry, Args. Could try it with one of the cases, couldn't we? I don't know why it's wedged over here at the wall. Do not know what happened there. Right. I'm going to put some trips on it though, so we're going to take this into the shed and just check a few things on it before we take it up the field. Put it in the shop here. There's enough space next to the... Right. Now stuck. If in doubt, tab to another tractor. Too much JD for the JD. Let's catch up with Matheson. Love tour beginner guide, so easy to understand. Love from Denmark. You are welcome, my friend. Glad it was helpful. Activate service function. There we go. No, I don't want you. Oh, for goodness sake. You know what I might do? Let's reverse this back a little bit further out of the way and give ourselves a bit more space. We're not helping ourselves particularly there. There we go. Bit more breathing space now. What I don't want to do is put the trips on this and end up knocking the computer over. That's what we wanted. Right. Twin wheels, triples but not the front. Triples back. GPS engine setup 682. Right, let's do that. Let's get in the fendt. Let's put the weights on the front. Evening, Scott George. How are you? Someone didn't install Workshop Tabber. Well spotted, Asim. It seems to be something I regularly forget to do. Is Workshop Tabber. So yes, I need to get that sorted. Although I thought it worked with seasons. But there we go. Clearly it doesn't. The early rise has some demons and it wobbles tractors if it's connected during time. That's why the 1050 was kissing the wall. Oh, good to know, mate. Even after the update. Right, let's see what this extra horsepower in the fendt does for this. Obviously we have to set up yet another. Lift it up off the ground, that would probably help as well, wouldn't it? Gamer Yeet, do I know Austin Farmer? I do not know Austin Farmer, no. But I know of his work. And it is good work. Let's roll round to here and just ever so slightly clatter it off the wall. Come on. There we go. Don't know what the problem is. Ah, never do a live demonstration. What's that? Never work with animals, kids and farm machinery. Nobody saw that. Tucker, this is the custom modding fendt, and if you go onto their Facebook page, in fact their Facebook group, not their page, let me just be clear on that, their Facebook group, you can, somebody has put the code in there for an update, and this is why we can't have nice things. Exactly, Args. I need more than a pressure washer to fix that. You are not wrong. Just a scratch. Nobody saw. I used the power of Mark Thor to move it. They're pretty robust wooden posts on that shed as well, aren't they? Right, let's get this loaded up while we can. Geordie TV, this is Seneca County. Strong Statham. Yeah, I'm prepping for my next movie role, so I'm in good physical shape. Right, let's kick him off again. Let him go. Gamer Yeet, you should still be having a lot of fun on your Xbox. Did you know that there are over, was it 4,500 mods for, I think there's some, correct me if I'm right, I think, was it Farmer Klein put this up a few weeks ago. There are over 5,000 mods now for FS19. And over 4,000 of those are for all consoles. Or for all platforms. So, yeah, don't feel too hard done by. We do get a couple of nice automated mods and things like that, but definitely you guys have got the lion's share of mods as well. So, right, this is looking quite good. A-line. I'd already done that. Oh well. Let's grab it now. B-line. Let's just set our width quickly. No offset. Turn it on. Okay, we're going a mile an hour faster. I think it's just the weight of it, isn't it? I think it's just the weight of it. Kim, take care. Nice to see you. You wish there were more cars, Gamer Yeet. Yeah, that is a benefit of try the case just in case. I genuinely think it's the amount of weight in the equipment. I really do. There's a massive, massive amount of equipment. Look, we're pulling 3 things up the hill here, all laden with quad track could handle it. No run. Yeah, you need a bit of momentum, don't you? Still going though. This is the worst part of the hill. But that side over there, look, it's all flat over there. No bother at all. We'll just get over there and sort it. No pressure. No pressure at all. 235 viewers. That is amazing. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate you all so much. I appreciate you all so much. If you could smash the like button as well, that really, really helps the channel. But thank you. Thank you for all of you for joining me and spending your Sunday, whatever time it is, morning, noon or night. I appreciate it. We're watching a tractor pull. Yeah, it's just like a big sled in a tractor pull. Right. I think I'm going to have a little gap here from my time before, aren't I? Might just have to live with that. It's going to be a few patches left in the field. Thank you very much, my pools. I try my very best to keep you guys entertained. There we go, we lined that up pretty good. It was just at the top where we were slightly misaligned that didn't work. So we're going to have to be a little bit clever at the bottom here. We aren't a million miles away. I think we might have to turn left and then loop ourselves around. We'll see how we get on. That's the other option, Ed. We could run 90 degrees from where we're at, but I think the hill goes both directions, but But we're getting it done. We are getting it done. We are planting a field of tobacco. I have never done that before. It's really struggling. Really struggling. Literally is pure weight, I think. Exactly what it is. See, I've lifted it up entirely now. Helps if you don't leave it running. Oops. Thought I turned it on, but it was not. Left ourselves a little gap. What is going on here? Come on. There we go. Don't know what's happened there. I got all confused. There we go. Flying now. 8 miles an hour. Don't know what the problem was. Scott, I have to admit I have zero idea how tobacco is grown, I'll be brutally honest. I'm laughing, Edgar. Any model in the house can add 300 horsepower to this tractor. I bet you Mark has got his second screen as this currently got this tractor open and working on it as we speak. But this does pose an interesting challenge for us. To whether or not we, to whether or not actually we run the kit together, or we just pull out the anhydrous, get the anhydrous done first, and we come back, and plant it separately. That might be the solution here. Stanley D, thank you very much indeed. How do you harvest tobacco? Just a regular combine? No, it's a specialist bit of kit, Jakob. It basically bales it. You can bale it, bale the leaves. No, we've got to keep things realistic, Mark. Got to keep things realistic. I think they're designed for very flat fields. Oh, the Titan's out of lime as well, so we'll fix that in a second. We'll skip a row here. We might skip 2 rows here. But we're going to have to skip 3 rows because we've messed up our... we messed up our lines, obviously. It'll only plant in the little bit that we've missed. We'll go and refill the Titan, I think. For a second. My god, the time is flying. It's already 20 past 10. Let's jump in. Haha, look at that. Again, literally the furthest point it could be from the farm. Typical stuff. Thank you for all the subs, guys. Tegan, Bob, thank you very much. And everybody else who subbed tonight, much appreciated. It's hard to keep up with the chat and everything that's going on tonight. For 1050 pulls it, a 9RX and 620 config must be able to pull it easily. Yeah, we've got... we'll have a look at it. It might just be the weight thing. Let's just fold this up. Quicker to fill it up from here. There's not much left in the tender actually. There we go, we'll let this run. We could take some of the capacity out of it, that's the other option. But what I think I might do is I might leave it... Oops. I might leave it to... I might split it up. What we'll do, we'll finish that field there, and then I do want to go and put some I do want to go and plant some peanuts in the top fields, so I will take a quad track up there and plant some of those. But it's looking good. The pH levels are looking good in these fields now, so this liming is doing the trick big time. No worries, David. Thank you for dropping by. Much appreciated. Always nice to see you. Always nice to see you. So, have a good one. Enjoy your dinner with the family. Next closest waypoint. There we go. He's good to go again. Let's go and jump in our 1050. In fact, do you know what we'll do? Just before we do that, somewhere in here is a quad track. Drop the speed tiller off that. Yeah, the amount of times that I've tried to turn off somebody's courseplay for them when I'm watching the stream, definitely T-Man, I can relate to that. We will fill this up. Sunflower, soybeans, sugar beet, cotton, sorghum, sundown, peanuts. That's peanuts. Line it up underneath here. I love the opening animation on this as well. If you've not seen it before, it's really good. He says he can't open it. There it goes. Just the little latch is opening. So clever. Am I seed only in here? Oh, it's liquid, isn't it? It's not. It's not dry. I forget that. Or is it just full seed? Peanuts only. I don't have the liquid tanks on. I literally have only got the I've got planter only. So my only issue with that now is I haven't put anhydrous in the top fields yet, or lime. So what I was going to do was going to send this off on its way up over here to my other fields. Okay, they don't need ploughing, and precision tells me they need anhydrous, and they need both as well. Okay, so we can't do that. What we could do though, let's put peanuts in field 88, because that is all done now, isn't it? So what we'll do, kind of planning this as I go along. I had something laid out as to what I was going to do, and I've now kind of made a bit of a keep changing the plans. But what we'll do, I want to plant some. Definitely want to get some peanuts in the ground tonight. That's peanuts. So what we'll do, we'll finish this field. We'll run the anhydrous very quickly over the next field where we've just limed, and then we'll jump in the in the next field. Mark Thor makes a good point actually. I could have just scrolled through the fill types. Right, let's get this field put to bed, shall we? Then we can move on to something else. We've only got a few rows to do. Oh, big gap left. I'll go pick that up in a minute. 2 more rows of this to do. I did indeed, T-Man. I saw your big bowl of peanuts. Nuts. We're just going to call them nuts. This stream's so getting blocked, isn't it? Come on. Come on. Up the hill we go. We'll put the 9R on the. We'll give the 9R another run out with the anhydrous bar on it. John Coda, how are you doing? You love this game. I think that's why we're all here, John. That is why we're all here. Hey FSG, on console we have American Life of Farming with anhydrous, but there's not really any good anhydrous tanks. Just trying to think what's available to you, John. Have you not got the lizard? The lizard pull behind one's quite a nice little tank now, isn't it? And that'll take certain fill types. I think on console it's just behaving as it would with liquid fertilizer, isn't it? So I think any tanks, but I agree you probably don't have as many options as we have. Jeffro, take care, my friend. Nice to see you. Right, one more pass after this, and I'll go and get that bit that I just completely missed there, which is kind of embarrassing. And we will drop off the anhydrous tank, the forward ag tank, and we will just dump the anhydrous quickly in the second field, and then we'll plant a field of peanuts. Here's the bit that I missed. That streak up there, I'm just going to have to accept defeat on. There we go. Hopefully the John Deere toolbar and tank which take dry fert can be updated for NA3. That would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be nice. I wonder if somebody like Custom Modding would update something like this so it could take anhydrous as well behind it, another pull behind tank. Right, last pass, and then we'll dump this back in the yard. We'll unhitch, and then we will. Now here's a question. I wonder if we could pull the anhydrous tank behind the early riser planter. What do we think? Should we do some live testing? What am I saying? I'm just asking for trouble now, aren't I? Shall we see what happens? John Lass, how are you? Nice to see you, mate. Right, we are done. That was a chore, wasn't it? Jeez. That took a little bit longer than it maybe needed to. Right, T-Man's given it his blessing. Let's do it. Let's fold this up. If I hit the fold button now, it should be just about folded by the time the stream finishes. João, good morning from Brazil. Welcome, welcome. Lots of the Brazilian team in tonight. Nice to see you guys. Always nice to have you in here. Right. Scroll along to the forward ag tank. Let's drop it there. We like live testing. I'm glad you guys do. Just makes me really nervous. Turn off that. Let's roll this in here. Gotta love the trailer park farm sheds, haven't you? Gotta love them. Right, let's leave that there. I know this is all dirty. I will wash it. Let's roll this out of here, shall we? We'll get this ready just in case it doesn't work with the planters. I'm interested to see though. Behind the DB20 it would look good. It would. No, I'm not going to hook it up just yet. I'll leave it here. Let's go and get the quad track, shall we? Instant wash. I think I've got instant wash installed actually. I do. Ben Ems, thank you for the sub, my friend. Much appreciated. Right. Moment of truth. Let's see what we can do with this. If this works, I am going to be rather chuffed. Granted, listen, I know we're not going to have all the piping and stuff, but it would be good, wouldn't it? So when I find out I don't have a hitch on the back. Just check, might need to roll this into the shed. Yep, no hitch. Fine, that's a quick fix. A FarmSim gym, it does in precision farming, but only per field. It doesn't do it all for you, I think. I think it does it per field, which is quite good. But you're right, yeah, if they could do it over a year, that would be great, wouldn't it? Customize. Rear attacher, that's all we wanted. Everything else stays the same. Yeah, so in Precision FarmSim Gym, so let me click on this field here. Looks tell me I've spent 15 grand on lime, vehicle maintenance, wages, fuel, and then it tells you everything else, but it also tells you down here what your yield is, what your earnings will be. So I'm at the moment 18 grand in the hole on field 88. And it's still ticking up because that driver's just sitting in the Titan getting paid for doing nothing. I've got a steering wheel in front of me and I'm steering with keys. Okay. And I paid £17 for vehicle delivery. Right, we'll need to move the Titan off the field. Well, that won't take long to do. I'm excited to see if this works. It's going to save me a whole heap of time. Plus, this could actually be the best looking use of the anhydrous tanks. Right, I don't even know where this Titan is. He's literally stopped at the other side of the field. Casey's around 98% modelled, not 90. Well, that's exciting. Looking forward to seeing that. Finished? There you go, we'll get rid of my horseplay window to stop you guys trying to press it. I'll get him off the field and I'll wash it as well. It is quite a good looking rig, isn't it, Paul? It does look quite good together. The old quad track, the early riser, and the forward ag tank. Definitely. Right, here goes nothing. Second new crop of the night. May not work if you have anhydrous selected for the store option, but if you have liquid fertilizer, it'll work. Right. Well, it may not work, you say. Well, let's find out together. You did send it me as a prototype, so I suppose I better do some testing on it. Now, hopefully, with the fact that the map is anhydrous up, it may work. It's maybe the fact that the planter isn't anhydrous. We haven't made any tweaks for the planter to be anhydrous, I guess. But I'm willing to give it a go. Tim Dainton, how are you, my friend? It's lovely to see you. Let's get this unfolded. And if it only works with liquid fert, what we'll do is we'll just, because we've got 90% in there, we could just change it to liquid. Nobody's going to judge us for that, are they? Now, interestingly, it's not showing, is it, for anhydrous? Have you noticed that? It's not zooming in on the field. I'm just going to do a little test here. I've only got anhydrous set up in it. Oh yeah, T-Man, the early riser planter's getting a 36 row. So, or is it a 36 or is this? No, this is 24 row. Yeah, there's a 36 coming, which will be awesome. Okay, let's go and get the service truck. Let's change this to liquid fert and just want to see what we can do. Now, forward ag question for you guys: if you modded that case to have a different filter, if you had anhydrous as a fill type in that early rise planter, would it happily take it then? Is that all you need to do? Is just tweak a couple of lines in the XML, or is it more technically advanced than that? There's some quite nice pictures of it on the custom modding page, actually, T-Man. It's worth going to look at. Right, let's give this a spin, shall we? I've turned it off now. Customize liquid fert. This is purely testing, by the way. Adding anhydrous within the quotes that hold liquid fertilizer seeds. There we go. There we go. So we could do that. I think we will do that. Now, obviously, I've lost my stuff that was in there. So for the sake of this, we'll just add it back in. And there we go. We're all running again. But let's fire up this, because it is the nicest sounding. Basically, this quad track with this planter I think are two of the nicest sound jobs in game. Now let's get this lined up quickly. Create a course. Set our A point. Drop it in the ground. Lower it, there we go. So we just need to mod this to take liquid fert, and we are laughing. To take ammonia, and we're laughing. There we go. Come on, don't tell me that doesn't look awesome. Yeah, Brian James, never really wanted to play FS19, but watching people play on PC makes me want to get a PC. I've got to tell you, Brian, it sucks you in and it won't let go. It is addictive as hell. It really is. A little bit of a track issue on Ford Ag guys watching this going, the tracks aren't turning white. Turning away from white. That's interesting. I wonder if that's a real dirt mod issue. Let's be honest. Although, what I can show you now here is watch the valves. Watch the valves here. If I open this, let's see if I can get close enough to show you. Watch these valves. Let me get to the right one. Is it N? Yes, look, there you go. And watch the dial on the valve. Do you see that? If you open them up, look, I'll do it again. Close it down. Valve goes down, the readout goes down, and the green valve. Hey? Attention to detail. That is so good. So good. Never get tired of doing that. Right, raise the planter. Raise the planter. Not raise the anhydrous. Comrade, I bought this a year ago, played 3 hours and put it away. Picked it up last week and I've literally lost sleep. Yeah, it does that, doesn't it, Comrade? It definitely does that. Right, let's drop this down here. Tristan McEwen, are you in Scotland, FarmSim guy? I very much am, Tristan, and I'm guessing with the name like that, you are too. Yeah, it's next level, guys. I can't say anything other than that. It is next level quality. And you're setting your stall out now because there's people champing at the bit for your mods, and it's massively well deserved because you put in a ton of time and you're like genuinely the nicest guys to speak to on Facebook and stuff. So I appreciate you right back. Yes, father side. Let's go Scotland in Euro 20. Yeah, it was a good game on Friday night, gotta say. The mods do make the game. They do, Comrade. They do. It's like a new game every week. It's awesome. I mean, how many 3-year-old games have got such a following still? You know, a lot of people have kind of given up and moved on games, and but yeah, we get new maps, new everything. Only just Morella. Only just. We were doing a few tests, but basically. We've got the early riser planter working with the Ford Ag tank with liquid fert in it rather than anhydrous, but I think I might tweak the the early riser planter to take anhydrous, and then we can do it properly. So quiet in the cab. Actually, you can hear the whine of the drill over the engine noise. VR's in MN. I'm doing well, my friend. I've had a great Father's Day Sunday. Got looked after nicely by the family, and tractor looks too big with a seeder. I don't know, I think it's pretty good. You could go an extra few rows on it, I think, a sim. But in principle, I think it's I think they're quite well balanced, actually. You need some power to pull one of these. But yeah, the 36 row would be nice, wouldn't it? Gerard, you need to make a small single anhydrous tank. Listen to all the ideas you're getting. Well, there you go, you've got a captive audience of 210 people who could throw a ton of mod ideas at you guys. There we go, 8 miles an hour up the hill. Is that the AFS quad track? It is my pools. This is the Carl Farms one. This is the Carl Farms one. Literally the nicest tractor I think we've got in game at the moment from a mod perspective. It's delightful. There you go, turn everything off, enjoy it in all its glory, grab your screenshots, the forward ag tank on it as well. Friendly Farms, how are you? Nice to see you. FarmSim Gamer, no worries mate, great to see you. And anybody who hasn't yet, go and check out FarmSim Gamer's channel. He's doing some cracking content. He's just rolled over his 1,000 subs. And doing really, really well. So, definitely worth checking him out. Some mug in the corner photobombing. Oh, for goodness sake, Args. There you go. Happy now? The Magnum is beautiful as well, I agree. They're all so rude. Don't you start, Tom. Right, have you got an offer? There you go. All these bitter Aussies who don't get Father's Day today, yeah? And Kiwis. Banks Sinatra with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you very, very much, sir. You are a gentleman. Much appreciated. That is very kind of you. Very kind of you indeed. Does it mean if you're a FarmSim addict, if you're watching the stream and playing at the same time? Not at all. Not at all, Ben. That's pretty much what a lot of people do, so don't feel bad. And now though... yeah, I think that might be a real dirt issue. Don't lose any sleep over that one, guys. Yeah, you're September, aren't you guys? We'll run across, we'll do a couple of rows along the bottom, and then we'll start running up and down. Right, do not clatter into the seed truck. Nicely done, FSG, nicely done. Pick up that bit we missed there. There we go, and we'll just run along here. Comrade, we've lost Comrade. That's him. He's phoning in sick to work and everything. I can't make it in today. I'm really unwell. Fires up FS19. Farmer Statham. Right, shut up with the Farmer Statham stuff. It's not a thing. I'm waiting for the day that people start saying to Jason Statham, you look like the FarmSim guy. You'd be like, what? Oh, press the right button, that would help. Turn the lights off. Turning my lights off and wondering why it's not registering. Right, we'll get this. Just want some space to turn at the bottom basically. So as soon as we've done this one, we'll start running up and down the rows again. There we go. With the better beard. I need a shave, but I'm not going to work tomorrow, so I didn't bother. Right, my frame rate's absolutely dogging at the moment. I turned my graphics right up to do the Renaboo map, and haven't turned it back down a bit yet. Calling in sick to play FarmSim. You're not feeling well, Args, all of a sudden? Yeah, the KC6000 that Forward Ag guys are working on, they've been kind enough to share a few little snippets of work in progress, and it's looking really, really nice. Really nice. So keep an eye out, and I've got a little video coming this week, which may include a few shots of it. So yeah, keep an eye open for that one. That's all I'll say. I definitely need to drop my settings down a little bit. It's a little bit chewy on the frames. But we'll just run for now. Right. Very excited to harvest these. But fair play, Joshua. You do work in a tattoo parlour. It kind of comes with the territory, really, doesn't it? There you go, these tracks, there you go, you're hearing it here first, the tracks here will be standard on the KC6000 as well. And like I said before, the guys are going to share these tracks with other modders so they can add them to their other equipment, which I think is incredibly generous. Work will give me grief for emailing list. I do that all the time. Let's be honest, who doesn't have a wee check of some mod sites at lunchtime, and if you find some stuff, you just set yourself a little email and copy and paste the links. Oh, I'll download those when I get home. I'm always doing that. Tim's been working on the Viking look for 40 years. Viking is a good look. Skip some rows now. Oh, it's creaking a bit on the hill. There we go. Need to shift the view. It's trying to take in too much of the background. That's better. Realise my hat isn't straight. Sitting all night with my hat wonky. Right, it's 11 already, and we're still going. I was going to stop at about 2 hours, but if you guys are happy, I'll keep going for a little bit longer. Spin around, and there's my nice little logo on the tank as well. Lovely. I do love this map. I'm really growing to love Seneca, and now I've kind of tweaked some of the issues with it and played with the code a bit. I'm really pleased with it. I love the fact that the fields aren't massive, but they're also not too small. Paul, you have noticed some frame rate drops from the Trailer Park Farm shop. Have you downloaded the latest version, Paul? He's absolutely... It's a fraction of the size it was if you got the older version. Oh, this is far more manageable than that big John Deere. "24-hour stream." I'm going to save that one, I think. Save that one for another time. Carry on, yeah. Alright, I'll carry on for a bit. I'm knackered. We went to see family yesterday in Glasgow, who we've not seen for ages because of COVID. And now it's all unlocking and stuff. We're able to go and see them, so we went through to see them, and it was a late night. So John Deere Farm. So what map is this? This is Erlengrat in the Swiss Alps. Okay, it's not. It's Seneca County. Wobbler, hey FSG, do you have a list of all of your mods? I do not, Wobbler. It's probably about 3,000 mods, some of which I've had for 2+ years. Couldn't tell you where I got them from. Half of them I've fiddled with the XML in, and to sit down and pull those together as a list would just take far too long. My best suggestion would be, if you see something you like in one of my games, especially tractors and stuff, when somebody jumps in a tractor, it always shows you the name of the tractor at the bottom of the screen. Grab that and just do a little Google search on that with FS19 behind it. I have to say, maybe it's just me, but one of the biggest kicks I get out of is finding the mods myself. You know, that whole joy of finding a mod and, you know, spending a bit of time searching for it and, you know, discovering mods that you didn't know existed and stuff is half the fun for me. Much rather do that than just get somebody to send me something all the time. But each to their own. I totally understand that as well. But I enjoy a lot of time just poring over mod sites and finding things. I know I tend to do it when I need something. So if I'm like, oh, I need a planter, or I need a you know, an anhydrous tank, that's what I'll go and look for it then, rather than just downloading a whole heap of mods and then thinking, you know, one day I'll maybe need that, because it just ends up clogging up my computer with space then, doesn't it? Charissa Rickson, why am I planting peanuts? Why not? I planted tobacco before. We're trying crops we've never planted before. Yeah, somebody dropped me a note the other day and said the physics on pallets is awful. Is there a mod to fix that? And it just so happened there was one. So yeah, there's always a mod. There's always a mod to fix something. I tell you what, we'll run till the end of this field. That'll be a nice kind of finishing point. This is running really smoothly, actually. I'm enjoying this. Is that kind of concertinaing? The weight of the tank bouncing on the back there. That's pretty cool, isn't it? See the tracks moving as we go down the hill. Was it you, comrade? Oh, there you go, mate. No, Tom, there will be no potatoes. We've talked about this. We do. John Deere Farms, I wish hired workers was like Courseplay. Well, yeah, Courseplay is a little bit more advanced than hired workers. You never know, though. Maybe there's some plans in FS22. Yeah, potatoes. I'm not touching potatoes until I get to if I get to 100,000 subs. I promise I will do potatoes. We've already agreed. Field 9 on Flint Hills potato harvest if I get to 100,000 subs. And I've only agreed to that because I'm kind of hoping it'll never happen. Well, I kind of hope it does happen, but I kind of hope that realistically, is it ever going to happen? Who knows? Might have to get a few people to come and help me. Charissa, do I have fun making video? I wouldn't do it if I didn't have fun. Charissa, it's the only reason I do it, to be honest. And I keep saying this is one of my biggest bits of advice to anybody who's starting a new YouTube channel, is do it because you want to do it. Do it because you want to play games. Don't do it because you're chasing subs or video watches or likes, because you will chuck it very, very quickly. But if you do it because you enjoy it, absolutely, and I love it. I actually, you know, as much as I enjoy playing FarmSim, I think I have as much pleasure kind of pushing the limits of, kind of pushing the boundaries of what I can do with editing and vids and stuff. Funny enough, Argsy and I were talking about it this morning, is just like every time like we attack a vid or approach a vid, you know, he's kind of, I think, like kind of wired the same as me in terms of what can we do that we've never seen done before in a FarmSim vid. You know, the cinematic shots and stuff like that, that's all stuff that kind of I kind of really push. And alright, I've got a little bit of a background in film, so it helps, but it's like, yeah, how do you like every video I approach, I'm like, how do I make the best FS video that I can? And that's where I get my enjoyment from. So yeah, so thanks, Trissa. Yeah, I'm glad you like my videos. I appreciate it. Turner G, where do you get that rear tank? You unfortunately don't get that rear tank at the moment. It's just it's a prototype I'm testing for Forward Ag. There's no plans to release it yet. Doing a 186 grand contract for fertilising on Field 9 at the moment. Who doesn't love Flint Hills, eh? Absolutely brilliant. Thank you for the subs, by the way. I do see them, hear the noise, and I never pay attention, so I apologise for that, but I really appreciate your sub. Thank you so much. Been working on a film project for the last year that I want to start a channel with. Comrade, do it. My best advice is just do it. Jump on and just... Like we have a lot of chats with people who they say kind of, oh, I'm gonna get everything organised, and they overthink it. Best advice for me is chuck it in. Just throw videos up and learn as you go along. It's the best way. The best way to do it. Don't overthink it. You don't need fancy kit. You don't need this, that, and the other. Literally, if you've got a mic that works, you get your levels nice and clear so people can hear you, and chuck yourself in at the deep end. Best way to do it. There you go. Jared saying that he used to plant potatoes back in the 60s. There you go. Well, maybe not you, Jared, but... But we're making decent progress here, although we're chewing through the peanuts. 44% left, so they're quite full on, aren't they, in terms of the usage? A bit like corn, really. I'll need to refill them at some point. You want a mature system for console? Do you mean manure? I hope you mean manure, John. You could have a mature system. You just play like an adult. I don't know. You've heard a rumour that FSU is doing a try-on video? What's that, Tim? Like here's my haul from the shops. I'm just going to try different stuff on. Oh dear. I know this stuff, having a young daughter. That's what she watches all day long. That is a bonus of potatoes, Christian. You are right. You don't have to worry about buying seeds again. Please no thongs. Only fans FS edition. I think I remember MRG's stream a couple of weeks ago was people suggesting to him that he'd start his own OnlyFans. There will not be an FSG OnlyFans. I can put all your minds at rest. Only farms. I tell you, there's an idea in that. Instead of semi-naked women, you just post pictures of tractors. Right, we are getting to the far side of the field, and we'll come back and do the odd rows back. 7,000 acre tater farm in Idaho. There you go. Not that desperate for the dollars yet. I don't think I'll ever be that desperate. Yeah, it's like a tractor with the hood up. "7,000 acres of taters." Let's just take that in. But am I right now, Gerard? One of you guys, Dan, is it? Dan, you're running quite a big farm at the moment, aren't you? You've got a. I've seen a picture of your 9RX all hooked up to your anhydrous kit with the CC 7500 in real life. You see what you've started now, Tim? It's hauling up this hill rather nicely. Look at that. 8 miles an hour. Would take advantage of the fact I've sitting with my foot planted to the floor. I'll worry about that in iRacing. Right, the case is doing a good job. The case is doing a good job. I should have changed the frame from black to red, shouldn't I? To make it match. "25 times Canadian map." Yeah, I haven't checked that out yet. Camille's does some good stuff. There you go, Argsy. I see your 16 times Western Australia map, and we raise you a 25 times Canadian map. Sure G Vids, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Do Taters and maybe McDonald's will sponsor. Well, you saw my Land Rover video, I'm sure. I was trying to get a little bit of help from Land Rover, but they haven't called me yet. going to take a long time to plant these fields, actually. Slightly nervous that I'm only on 3-day seasons. There'll be some massive fields on that, won't there? Jeez. There you go. 32,000. So put it into context. When I grew up on the second largest farm in Cheshire, and we had 1,100 acres, and we were the second largest in Cheshire. And you're rocking around on a 32,000 acre farm. Jeez. Everything's bigger in America, right? Or Canada. Yeah, what's the classic Jaws line? We're going to need a bigger boat. There's a bit of that going on. Only in Texas. Have I visited America yet? I've been to America quite a lot, actually. My pools, because my dad went to university at the University of Minnesota on a farming scholarship way back in 1970s, and he stayed there for 4 years. And instead of going home in the summer back to the UK, they just travelled all around the states. They went combining in California. They went avocado picking in Florida. They had literally the time of their lives when they're out there. It was like an international thing. So he met he's got friends all over the world, from Denmark and Sweden and Germany and France and India, and all these guys on his course. So when we were young, that was where we used to go on holiday, over to Minnesota a lot. So we've got lots of friends in Minnesota that we go and see quite often. And then weirdly, completely randomly, I started a job in a graphic design company, and two of their biggest clients were Regis Hair Salons and the Radisson Hotel Group, who both had their HQs in Minneapolis. So I ended up going back to Minneapolis on average once every couple of months for about 3 years. So it was great. It was great to be back there. And yeah, I've travelled a lot. Been to California. Been all up the East Coast, Boston and New York and all of that stuff. And my wife worked out of Delaware for a bit as well. So yeah, it's been. I love America. Great place. That's why I probably do so much American stuff on FS19, just because it feels almost as familiar as farming in the UK to me. .610 versatile on tracks. Now that's a beast. Old Cranky, here he is. Technically you have missed it, Cranks, because I was supposed to finish at 11. But we're going to finish this field because we're having good chat. It's been fantastic tonight. I think about 240 views, 240 concurrent views we had at one point, which is a new record, which is it's awesome. Behemoth, the world is getting smaller, mate. You are right. Are UK fields really as small as they seem to be on maps? I mean, it's small land mass, so I guess... Comrade, yes and no. If you go down south, so where Tim Dayton was saying that, down in Hampshire and in the home counties down there, they have some massive fields, huge. But I think if you head further north, we had 40 acres was our biggest field on our farm. But yeah, it varied. And then you go into Yorkshire and some of these, really small, off the beaten track areas, and the fields can get quite small. It can get quite small. Unlimited Gaming, how are you? Nice to see you. The 180 was our biggest. Jeez. But it's crazy. You watch guys like Mike Mitchell, and it's like, what's he run, about 50,000 acres on his farm? Unbelievable stuff. I'm doing well, Unlimited. Thank you very much for asking. I think I might have to get a versatile for this map, actually. Just to finish off the menagerie of tractors I'm running. I didn't want to just stick to one brand, and I always do John Deere, so I had to stretch things a little bit with this. So a few more variety would be good. Still looking for that hat, Scorp. I'm on it. In game with a lady from Cheshire. She works on a dairy farm now, from what I understand. And I'm in Virginia. Oh, there you go, Behemoth. There you go. And Missy B's relatively local to me. She's Cheshire as well. So it was nice when she brought out her new map, because it kind of reminds me very much of the area I grew up in. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, do go and check out Riverside Farms. Especially when you're driving around, it feels very, very, very Cheshire-like. Right. Used to store grain as an overflow for Southampton Port. There you go. Stubborn, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. So 11% left in the tank, so I think we better go and get the seed tender when we get to the end of this row. We are going to finish this field. We are going to finish this field. What is the acre in metric system? Is a hectare is 2.2 acres, is that right? FarmSim Jim, that's how I'm with this map. Grew up just down the road from Weatherspace. So yeah, you know Jim, don't you? Like Jared, how many mods have you got on the go, man? Yeah, that's right. West Texas down the road from Scorpion as well. That's why they're my favourite maps. That's where I get my kicks out of, like, actual real places in the world. Maybe I'll make a deal one day. Let's say if I won the lottery, I would do a world tour of FS19 farms in real life. One hectare is equal to 2.2 acres, T-Man. %. I can get... No, I'll just... We'll stop here on the turn. Let's just run over and get the seed tender, shall we? From the service truck back to the yard. So you're walking it. Well, Args and I planted some cotton on West Texas. So we'll be looking forward to harvesting that at some point. Keeping things tidy here. Right, where's the big Peterbilt? It's full of seed. Let's get that. Let's get that over. Yeah, I think I need to change the camera on this. Much as it's nice at like a field of view of 30, it totally throws you off when all the other kit is not at a field of view of 30. Funny change. What? Now you're talking old measurements, Tim. I know I should be driving this on the field. Looks pretty accurate. Let's see if we can pop the lids. There we go. I was not far off. There we go. Nicely done. Let's be honest. He would be stuck. Don't judge me. When's my Q&A session? Am I going to do it live? I may do it as a video, but I could do it live, I suppose. I don't know. What would you guys prefer? We've got some great questions, I have to say. If you don't already know about it, I'm doing a Q&A session because loads of people have asked kind of me if I would do one, and I was slightly reluctant. I just didn't think anybody would be interested in listening to me rabbiting on. But it turns out some of you are. So yes, I'm gonna do one. So I put the post up on Facebook, on my community channel page, and on the Discord. So yeah, if you've got any questions, we'll try and answer them. Arctic wants me to do it live. Okay, interesting. I mean, I could just run an auger with another tractor, couldn't I? But reluctant to even do live videos without a camera. Oh, get yourself a camera forward, Ag. Come on. Joshua, you should definitely get a camera. Oh, well, maybe we'll do it live then. Yeah, I would definitely go through. Pick out the best ones and have them as a backup, but people could ask live as well. So yeah, okay, we'll get that planned in the next little while. Being from Cheshire, how do you feel about shooting Welshmen with the crossbows? Yeah, only if they stray over the border. Evening, Adam. How's it going? What DLC do you need for Peanuts? It's just a mod. It's a map update, so it has to be on specific maps. It needs to be added to maps specifically. So there's no DLC for it, unfortunately. And then you have to use upgraded modded kit as well for some of it, like to harvest the peanuts. You need a modded harvester as well. Well, as long as, like I say, Tom, stay the right side of the border, you'll be fine. Like I said, Cheshire, and where we live, just outside Chester, I mean, we were very close to the Welsh border. Love Wales, great part of the world. Welcome back, Edgar. Thanks, Adam. Nice to see you. Hi and good night. Good night. Well, I'll be saying good night soon as well, because we aren't going to be too much longer finishing this field. RC, nope, sorry mate. Not for console unless somebody creates it within a map. But then again, you may have issues with what you could use to harvest it. Cloud, forgive me if you answered this already, but how did you get the anhydrous tank to work with the planter? We're actually running liquid fertilizer in the tank, and that is why it's working. Although we could update the early riser planter to accept anhydrous as a fill type as well, and that would make it work. Don't need a special harvester for peanuts, just standard with a grain head. At least that's what I've been using. So I thought about it. I did a bit of research, Jim, and apparently you don't use a normal combine for peanuts. You use something a little bit more like a sugar beet or like a Holmer type header. Because peanuts are quite a low plant. Again, I'm guessing. I've never seen peanuts being used, but the one I've got is this. So it basically gives you this. Let me see if I can find the one on it that I had. Bean, tobacco, hops, sugar beet, potato, cabbage. It's one of these. I don't have it. It looks like I don't have the right one installed. But let me just open this. So you've got something like that that actually picks the crops up. That's the onion one. And then it sits on one of these bad boys. But basically Googling stuff, I thought it looked more like this kind of thing. And when I did a bit of a search for peanut-based mods, that's peanut-based mods, they all looked a bit more like this than a harvester. So I thought we'll give that a go. And again, the same with tobacco. The tobacco harvesters looked. I mean, this is a modded. This is a modded cotton harvester, but again, it kind of bales up the leaves. So, take care, Adam. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. So yes, Zach Corner, what map is this? This is Ravenport. No, it's not. It's Seneca. Seneca County, and I'm sorry, I should have put it in the title. Stubborn, is it possible to add multi-fruit to any map? I want to use it on Corkcan. It is. You can come across a few issues with it in terms of the number of fruits within the map. You have to do some quite... you have to edit a few more different lines to expand the maximum number of fruits in game. Sometimes you'll see an issue where it pops up if you're running Maize Plus and Seasons together, and Straw Harvest and things like that. That it basically says too many fruits on the ground. It won't load the map. So you have to not necessarily know what you're doing, but you need a pretty clear set of instructions to know what to do. Same with, I mean, adding I added anhydrous to this map as well, and it was a little bit of trial and error, a bit of code changes, but you could do it. There's no question, no reason you couldn't do it, Stubborn. No issue at all. Right, 4 more passes. It's not taken too long at all, that field, has it? I've got to say, guys, your dirt map on this looks fantastic as well. Really good. Yeah, Johan, I just don't think there's been a demand for somebody to create a peanut harvester yet, but maybe that'll come in the end. You like that, Paul? Just getting the football strip look in it. Yeah, that's all it is XML edits, stubborn, and it should work. So yeah, it's I just think it's quite there's a fair bit more to do if you're adding multi-fruit to a map than there is. Lelo Vengance, the drill is available from custom modding. Go and check them out on Facebook. The tank, unfortunately, is a prototype that I'm testing at the moment, so that is not available. Toxico, it is 1:30 in the morning, is it for you? Arctic. I was beaten. I wasn't beaten. I achieved. There was success. Read to me. Do I like Case better than John Deere? No, I like them both the same. I must be one of the very odd, weird people in the world that is not Team Red or Team Green particularly. I like them both. I like them both. John Deere Farms, you have already asked what map this is tonight. Abdul Farouk, how are you, sir? Nice to see you. Red makes a nice situation. It does, Tim. I'm lazy, and we all a bit like that. We've got our go-to tractors that we just end up playing all the time because we know how they work and we're comfortable with them. So I'm trying to be a little bit more adventurous this time. Carl Grantner, nice to see you. Apart from the fact I made no money off the beats, I did get them finished. Exactly, it was an absolute waste of my time. What's the most popular brand around your parts, FSG? We have got probably majority... probably majority New Holland around us, I think. Certainly, like, kind of Central Belt Scotland. It's mostly New Holland. Few Case, few John Deere. But New Holland are pretty popular around here at the moment. Abdul, thank you very much. I appreciate your kind words, my friend. It's great to see you here. Yes, Plum, I forgot to put the name of the map, but it is in the description. It is in the description. Disguised Fords, exactly. They're not New Hollands, they're Fords. Not wrong with a bit of blue. I love New Holland, actually. I love the T9, it's a great tractor. Although I don't like the T8. I don't like the T8. You know, the wheels are a lot further forward. They've got some kind of sound rationale for why they do it, but it just looks odd. I think it looks a bit weird. Carter Rodman, nice to see you. How are you doing? Cloud, what types of crops get planted in the UK as well as animals? A lot of cereal crops, a lot of wheat, barley, oats, canola, call it rapeseed over here. Lots of potatoes. Scotland's very big on potatoes, and I know down in the home counties down south, lots of potatoes going on there as well. A little bit of maize now, but a lot of the maize is used for cattle feed. But yeah, lots of animals, lots of dairy farms as well. So pretty standard stuff. Nobody's doing anything particularly exotic, just because the climate doesn't allow it to. That's right, Tim. Yeah, the super steers. Will Hawkins, there is no download link for this kit. The planter's available from custom modding, and the tankers are prototypes that I'm testing at the moment, so they aren't available. Right, last row. I would call that a bit of a successful day. Cabbages as well, yes. Yeah, that's a good one. Anything that can handle a wet climate, we can grow. Grant, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thank you very much, Will. Yeah, it is some nice kit. But yeah, go and get the planter from custom modding. It's a cracking mod. Really good. So there we go. We've got 2 fields done, and we've still got a lot more to go. It's going to be full on for the next few days, so but this has been fun. I've really enjoyed this tonight, and we hit our new record for number of viewers, which is amazing. Really good. Do a lot of raspberries in Scotland. Yeah, there is a lot. There's a big kind of fruit market. Lots of strawberries and raspberries in the summer. Lots of yeah, kind of soft summer fruits, definitely. Yeah, there's lots of weird stuff as well. Man, there's on every corner at the moment there's an alpaca farm. Carl von Claus, how are you doing? Welcome. There we go. We are done. We are done. Let's run this down here. Let's get it folded up. The wine as it shuts down. So good. So good. Let's fold this up. Let's turn off the GPS and we are done. You've seen this tank setup behind Customs air drill. Very long setup, meant for big 4-time maps with huge wheel. That's right, Cloud. It's actually sitting in the yard. We were using it earlier. Yeah, happy Father's Day all. Well said, Will. Well said. Right, let's run this back to the yard now, and we'll just have a quick check of the PDA, and I think we'll call it there for the night. That was a pretty successful couple of hours, I think, to get both of those limed and planted. That's a definite step in the right direction. Very pleasing. Very pleasing, and some brilliant chat tonight as well. So thank you everyone. Thank you all. There we go. There we go. Keep Argsy happy as well. Everything's clean again. But there we go, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. That was awesome. Hope you all have a great week ahead of you, and maybe see you on Wednesday for Bull's Gap. Otherwise, we'll just be knocking out the vids this week, and hope you enjoy them. So for now, from me, FarmSim Guy, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon. Take care. Bye bye.